Well, this is Weymouth Beach, 31st of March 2025. The thing about Weymouth as opposed to Bournemouth, Weymouth is a genuine seaside resort as opposed to Bournemouth is a resort which is within a bus ride of the sea. If I'm coming for a beach holiday, I will stay in a hotel where I can walk out of my hotel in the morning and go on a stroll along the beach to find some breakfast. I'll come out of my hotel or guest house and have to get a bus or a taxi to the cliff top, and then a abseiler climb down a massive zigzag to get onto the actual beach, which has little or nothing when you get there. That's what you call a proper beach shelter, somewhere to sit and eat your fish and chips. Hotels and guest houses are literally all along the main road, just the opposite side from the beach and the promenade. Purbeck's, Dilson, St Albans Head and all that, just across the bay. One of the biggest low tides of the year, to be honest, at the moment. Poole Harbour practically emptied the other day. Weymouth's famous clock tower. And what a change to see a public clock actually displaying something like the right time. So many of them are just disrepair and unused these days. These lovely old Victorian style beach shelters all the way along the promenade here. and I have absolutely no idea what this structure is. Mobile phone mast, probably. Nice to see simple little basic coffee and ice cream stands in a seaside resort. How it used to be, how it should be. It's also good to see a seaside resort that recognises the fact that people need public toilets. So many places these days, they're few and far between, and when you do find one, it's locked up most of the time. Presume some sort of lookout post or whatever. Another of these odd structures. I begin to wonder if there's some sort of barrier system for when they want to close parts of the road off. If anybody knows, just stick it down in the comments. There's certainly no shortage of refreshment stands along the seafront here. I suppose fairly reasonably priced compared to what you'd expect in the location.
Are we going to be on YouTube?
Very possibly.
Hello.
Say hello.
Antisocial behaviour. I was going to me, Mo, so all these people that are doing antisocial behaviour, they're doing Weymouth a favour. Yeah, doing Weymouth the worst.
Funfair on the beach. Weymouth getting ready for the season. Weymouth's famous Helter Skelter. Summer-long fixture on the beach here for some years now. The large palm trees here, I was reading some story the other day that they're talking about removing them all because when they plant them they hadn't worked out how far the root system goes and there was damage in the road. It's a great shame to see them removed because they do look quite good. Give a tropical feel to the south coast. And do we have an alien invasion of Weymouth? Large flying saucer on the beach. We should go and have a look, shall we? Well, it does look a fairly permanent structure. What is it? There we have it, fully investigated, and I didn't get abducted by aliens or whatever. It's a while since I've seen one of those. Moment. Heckle and Jekyll. Yeah, you either know or you don't know. Weymouth Pleasure Pier. Do we go for a walk along that, or do I decide I've walked enough? Yeah, let's see if we can walk along a little bit. Let's check out the car parking while we're here. Weymouth is well known for extortionate car parking charges. There's a lot of complaints running around on socials about it. They do make a concession if you've got a disabled badge, you can actually park for an hour longer than you paid for, which is pretty pointless generally because you're going to pay for an hour and you're going to get 2 hours and you probably only want an hour anyway. But do bear in mind, if you've got a disabled badge, you can park on on-street car park meters, not off-street parking, but any meters on street you can park for as long as you like for nothing. Weymouth Harbour. Now for those who can't see that it's the edge of the quay and it's a long drop to the water, there's a sign which they probably also wouldn't be able to see. There's certainly never short of a bag of chips or a donut or an ice cream around here. This is very much the older end of the town. Little narrow streets. Traffic's still generally permitted through these streets, but it could be a bit of a challenge, isn't it, to work out which one's you're supposed to be on and which you're not. And what happens when you meet a car coming the opposite way, or if you're going the wrong way down the street? I often wonder if you turned into a pedestrian-only road. Well, hotels and guest houses. Surprising how many places are closed on a Monday or closed by sort of 4 o'clock. Well, then again, as I close on a Monday, I'm not one to talk. We found it, the fudge shop. I think in reality a lot of these little shops down the backs are really seasonal more than anything anyway. Because when you look at the vast numbers of people walking about, you can appreciate why a lot of them aren't open. Yeah, we got you in. We got you in. Big thumbs up.
Statue.
I do hope YouTube don't recognise that noise as being a copyright thing. I don't think it was only music that's copyright. This is what goes for Weymouth High Street. At least you do have a reasonable collection of individual type shops rather than just the usual Poundland and vape shops and Turkish hairdressers. I do read a lot about how internet shopping's killed off the high streets. What nobody explains when they make these comments is why all these retail parks are thriving. I do wonder it's something to do with the fact that a retail park you can drive in, park the car for free adjacent to where you're shopping. Perhaps accessibility is the answer. And there we are, back to the beach and the helter-skelter. Well, there you go. I don't do this to earn anything out of it, and I don't earn anything out of it, and nobody sponsors it. I don't have a tips jar, I don't have a buy me a coffee, and I certainly don't get any money from YouTube off the adverts. But it is appreciated if people like, share and subscribe. It just encourages me, shows me that people are enjoying it.